What's up? Guess what? I just read on Facebook that a Muslim immigrant from Somalia, you know, the Ohio State University incident right now, which is taking place out there in Ohio. I actually lived in Ohio for some time. But yeah, you know, they said, at first when they reported the news, they were saying that, yeah, a gunman killed one and wounded 10. That's what they said on CNN. I'm not picking on CNN right now. I'm serious. I'm not picking on CNN, but that's what they said. They said the gunman killed one, wounded 10. But now the reports has completely changed, completely. They're not saying it's a gunman. They're actually saying it's a Somalian immigrant who had a knife that just randomly started stabbing people. Randomly started stabbing students, whoever he could find. Then he jumped into a vehicle or something like that and started driving like a maniac all over campus, trying to actually run people over. And that's where the wounded 10 came in from. But I'm not quite sure in regards to the shooting. Like, why would they report it as a shooting? They reported it as a mass shooting, completely. Now, that's completely dishonest media. Now, I don't know, I'm going to follow it some more, but it's quite interesting. I mean, I'm just having a good day at work. Work's going fine and everything on that side, but you know, you turn the news on every once in a while whenever you get the opportunity to, you know, go into the break room or just peek at your phone and look at your trending news feed, because it's relevant. You know, some of the information that comes through your Facebook trending news feed, it's not credible, but you can cross-reference anything that you like to kind of cast your own judgment, if you will. But that's what I do. You know, I know what's credible and what's malarkey, what CNN reports on a regular basis. You know, and you know, everybody's still baffled. They still rebuttal because Donald Trump won the elections, and now they got this thing going on where they're recounting votes, and Jill Stein, I believe that's her name, from Wisconsin, she's trying to get all these donations. They always need money. Did you ever realize that they always need money? Now, if they just only need $7 million, I can come up with $7 million if I, you know, really had to. So that's not a lot of money. That's my point, especially when you have these so-called millions of people upset because Donald Trump became president and he's an entertainer. How can this be? I'm sick and tired of that attitude. She lost fair and square. And everybody's walking around pouting on the jobs everywhere. It's bad. It's that bad. Lord forgive me. See, the enemy is trying to minimize the seriousness of what I'm saying right now by laughing, but I'm being serious. Serious. And how do we fix this? I mean, we can recount the votes. Let's recount them. And I want to see what's going to happen after you recount them. Not to say that, oh, Hillary is going to win. So you're telling me everything came down to one state? No, it didn't, because first they had Michigan, then they had Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. Michigan, they're actually doing handwritten ballots. So I don't know where they're just actually trying to find a way to implement this law that's always been dormant in the Constitution for years, and now they're just starting to unravel everything they possibly can for Hillary to become president. Do you understand what type of scrutiny Hillary is under right now? Criminal activity that has never been seen on a federal level before. She has a crime syndicate circle. Wake up. I mean, I'm just being honest about it. I'm not picking on Hillary. I'm not bashing Hillary. You know, she may have done good things, but the lady has emailing issues, man. I don't know what's up with this in the emails, but it's deeper than that. You know, it's a lot of other things tied into it, but I'm not going to go off on Hillary right now. What I'm just trying to talk about is what happened out there in Ohio State. But, I mean, just take a good look around. You know, you can just see clearly that things are just changing politically, and, you know, the American people are not quite sure what's going on and what's going to happen and how it's going to happen. But it's the vision straight smack down the middle of the United States. You got the blue and the red side, Republican, Democrat, moms and sons and daughters not getting along over it. And this is the ironic thing. No one in the church is saying nothing. They're not taking Donald Trump's side. You know why? Because they're afraid they'll lose members. Ain't that something? No one's saying Donald Trump is someone that can lead this nation in a place where it needs to be with God first. Donald Trump is a businessman. And Hillary Clinton, she doesn't have those type of achievements. You know, if you take a look at history of all of our presidents, everyone had these political individual accolades and things like that, but no one has the achievements that Donald Trump has in the business world, because, you know, he actually used his own money, his own funds to get things done. He doesn't pull, you know, on other corporations and, you know, foreign donors and things like that, such as Hillary Clinton. All those foreign donors she had for her campaign, it's ridiculous. Not allowed to accept foreign donations from other countries. It's illegal. Hillary Clinton is always breaking the law. Every time we talk about her, she done broke the law again. Okay, so all these foreign donors, not just foreign donors, I'm talking about other companies in America too. They're not playing fair game. Oh, you know, a lot of these companies in America, they are actually sweeping a lot of dirt under the mat. And they're working with these politicians. A lot of manufacturing companies, I'm telling you, they pay Hillary Clinton to actually make things work their way so they can actually be more competitive on the market. I read the Wall Street Journal, in the New York Times, in the USA Today. I know what's going on. Now, when it comes to the foreign donations, Hillary Clinton is not allowed to accept foreign donations. No president, no candidate, period. They cannot have that type of activity. It's fair game. It's all on the American people and the general public to decide who becomes president. Okay, that sounds the way that it should be. Now, Hillary Clinton, on the other hand, she's campaigning around the whole world. She got Yemen, Qatar, Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and the list goes on. And she's doing it right in front of everybody's face. And these Hillary supporters, they're so ignorant of the truth. And the media, CNN, they have a way of picking the elections apart, being biased, extremely biased. And we know they're against Donald Trump. That's why they're still baffled. They can't believe it. They can't believe it. They're supporting the Hillary supporters and all these people that you see protesting. It is so much speculation going on with those protesters. They're actually having evidence come about now saying that they're paying these protesters, hiring them off Craigslist, a shopping network, some shopping network where you can buy stuff and you can post advertisements and all these things here. And if you need a job, you can post any job on there. Like, now, with that being said, Hillary Clinton, her protesters are actually being hired to start trouble with Donald Trump followers and things like that. In the media, they bring their cameras around, hundreds of cameras, mostly CNN, to cover the story and put it out there on TV, and people believe it. And you know people believe it. Now, listen, this stuff is getting real intricate in detail in regards to what's happening politically, because they're manipulating laws and things like that, recounting votes. CNN is picking the elections apart, age, uneducated versus educated. They're really picking it apart, and it's disgusting. And they got this popular vote thing going on. It's all rigged. I can't wait to the new kingdom when Yahweh gets back. That's what we need. And it's like I said, as you notice in churches, they're not talking about Donald Trump. You know why? Because they may lose members in their congregation. They should be supporting Donald Trump for many reasons. Like he's not going to take us to war with Russia like Hillary was. She was all on CNN. Russia, Putin, he got to stop what he's doing in the poll. Hillary, if you don't close your trap with flies coming out of your mouth on stage, she need to really check herself. And you have these same followers following Hillary by the thousands and tens of thousands. It's ridiculous. They're ignorant. They don't do their homework. Some of them try to play the women's right card. Give me a break. Women are getting treated with utmost respect around here. It's not about that. Women are doing fine right now. No, Hillary, you're not qualified for the position, okay? We're not saying a woman can't do the job because we actually have had female presidents in the world. That has nothing to do with it. And if God wanted you in that position, Hillary, you would be in there. You know what? God is actually controlling everything. Everyone he placed in that White House was all because God wanted them in there. And you know another thing? God is using our enemies to judge other enemies, to judge us. Our enemies, he's going to use them to judge America. Yes, he is. Believe it as well. But we still have to actually, be ambassadors for the kingdom when it comes time to, witnessing and just putting the truth out there. However God calls us to be used during that situation when needed. All right, but I'm not going to preach. I just kind of want to put that out there in regards to what's happening right now, especially out in Ohio. I told y'all if they would let these Muslim immigrants in America, it's going to be trouble. Now, this Muslim immigrant, he apparently moved into the United States back in 2014 under that refugee program. How long have I been saying that? I've been saying that. I know I've been saying it for at least 3 years. I just don't advertise it all the time, but I mean, come on. We know that was going to happen. They only want to serve Allah. And if you don't acknowledge Allah, they just want to kill you. That's all they know. They have some bad teachers. It's that book they're reading, I'm telling you. That book that they're reading is the problem. They need to ban that book. They really do. And they want to ban the Bible. Give me a break, Obama, okay? This is what he said. Muslims, they're not only responsible for the shootings, even the Christians got a bad history. If you go to YouTube and Google it, they'll pull up a video for you to watch in regards to Obama saying these things about Christians being responsible for a lot of the shootings that you see taking place in schools and malls and, in restaurants and things like that. Not true. And then the statistics itself says 0.2% people were Christians. And then 0.2% of that was actually under investigation because they're saying it was a lot of, organized false flag activity. It's people out there really doing some hardcore investigation of what's going on in regards to these shootings. I'm just saying, okay? So that's all I'm saying. We just have to pay attention and not be gullible to what's going on. I mean, people are so gullible. They believe everything and anything. You have to do your homework and research. You're not going to catch the news on CNN. It can't stop there. You have to be a Berean. You understand? You have to be a Berean.